All right, folks, welcome back into NDP, where tonight we've got an exciting basketball matchup for you between Rochester Adams Highlanders and your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish. And of course, the big news, or the big thing here is we'll get a quick national anthem. All right, folks, apologies for the late start. We were having some technical difficulties over here on our end. But tonight we've got the Rochester Adams Highlanders facing off against the Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish. Adams comes in with a 5-4 record. And one game that both these teams have in common is a game against Grosse Pointe South. Rochester Adams lost that game by 1 point, whereas the Irish opened up their season against Grosse Pointe South and dropped that one by 30 points. So looking like it's going to be an uphill battle here for the Irish today. But they do have one of their stars on the return, Sam Stowe, coming back to Notre Dame Prep Athletics after getting injured in the football state championship game. He is back and ready to rumble for the Irish. There he is, the Red Rocket himself, back and healthy for the Irish. They're squaring off against a good Rochester Adams team. I talked to number 20 on Notre Dame Prep, Adrian Fernandez, about what the big key to this game was going to be, and he said these guys have some great perimeter shooters that can knock down a three. If they get hot, it'll be a hard game for us. He says as long as they can defend the wide three, stay composed on defense, and not be pressured as easily as they have been, this should be a winnable game for them, especially with Sam Stowe back. And obviously, when you have a team that loses two stars like Colin Whalen, as that tip is won back by the Highlanders, when you have a team that had two superstars in DeCasas and Whalen, a rebuild year is inevitable when they graduate. As that swung out to the far corner, working his way in, out to the near corner, putting up the three, no good, rebounded by Roa. Putting up that three was Wilson. Now fast break over to Liparoto. Liparoto dribbles on the near sideline. Now out to the top of the key. Works his way across. Over to Roa. Roa being guarded by Wozniak. Now over to Stowe. Stowe back to Roa at the top of the key. Guarded here by Wozniak. Now over to Shirley. Shirley dumps that one off to Roa. Roa works into the corner for Ben. Ben now sends that over to Roa. Roa guarded again by Wozniak. Now dishes that one out across and into the corner. Stowe has it, steps back, putting up the three. Nails it. Sam Stowe opens the scoring with a three-pointer, making an immediate impact. That rebound takeaway from the Irish. Here comes Rowe on the fast break, working his way in. No good on the layup, and now sent up ahead to Tursky. Over to Wozniak, who lays that one in. So now the Irish going to recoup here. Sent down for Shirley. Shirley working into the paint. On the low corner, no good. Rebound taken. Sent up ahead. Wilson has it. Puts up the layup. No good. Rebounded by Roa, who now handles it. Slowing it down for the Irish. Passes that one off to Lipperoto. Lipperoto being guarded here by Montour, working his way in, weaves to the low post, taken away by Montour. Sends that one up ahead for Tursky. Tursky with the layup, got it. And timeout called early by Notre Dame Prep head coach. After coming out to a hot start, Sam Stowe opening up the scoring in his first game back from injury. The Irish now trail by one, although plenty of game left, so looking very wide open here today. So again, we're seeing some fast break offense here from Adams, giving the Irish a little bit of trouble. That timeout taken, so Roa's going to inbound underneath the Irish basket. Right in front of him is Wozniak. But now sent up ahead to a wide open Lipperoto. Lipperoto now crossing over, working into the paint, now turns back at the near post. Heavily face started here, sends that one into the paint for Shirley. Shirley backs up. Nothing going, puts it up top to Lipperoto, who now sweeps that across. Lipperoto up top, guarded by Montour. Montour pokes in, steps back out. Lipperoto weaving in, goes for the layup, got it. Lipperoto, sensing the pressure, dives his way in, as now in comes Flynn. Foul on Fernandez. He's a big man in the paint, the senior for the Irish. Now throwing that in is Wozniak. Wozniak looking, doesn't have many options, now throws it, picked off by Roa. Roa dishes that one over to Stowe. Stowe leaves it up ahead for Shirley. Shirley now on the far side. Up top to Stowe. Stowe working on Wozniak. On Flynn. Over to Lipperoto, working on Montour. Up top, Lipperoto already with two today, as he now sends that one to Shirley. Shirley on the free throw line. Sends it over to the far side for Roa, who now stands at top, guarded by Wozniak, stepping in and fouled. So now the throw-in coming from Sam Stowe. Did a lot of throwing on the football team, as throws that one into Fernandez, who now leaves it up top into the corner for three. Stowe puts it up, got it. Sam Stowe making his presence felt. 2 for 2 shooting, as here comes a fast break, slowed down by the Highlanders. Flynn has it, working his way into the paint, stops at the top of the post, sends that over for Montour. Montour sends that over for Wilson, who now goes in the corner. Three is up, off the rim, taken by Shirley. That no good there from Tursky, handled by Stowe. So a winnable game here, as Stowe working his way in, dribbling. Hard defense play by Flynn. Not letting anything go. Shirley puts up the three. Got it. Good run here coming from the Irish. They lead it 11-4. The three-pointer has been hot today for the Irish. Wilson handles it. Now down over to Tursky. Back up to Wilson at the top of the key. Looking for something into the corner. Putting up the three was Montour, who nails it. Cutting into the lead. It's Lipperoto. bringing it in for the Irish. 11-7 lead, 3:37 left in the first, as Roa working on Wozniak, now over to Stowe. Stowe hands that off to Liparoto. Liparoto, deep three, no good. Handled by Wilson, who just sends it up to Wozniak. Wozniak into the corner, miscommunication, but handled but stepped out of bounds. So Sam Stowe getting subbed out early for Lucas Catula. Turnover there by Adams, a little bit of sloppy play, but on a miscommunication on a crossing pass, 11-7. Irish lead, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. As here comes Liparoto, hands it off to Roa. Now up top to Shirley. Shirley down to Liparoto, working down towards the far side corner. Now to Catula, up to Shirley. Shirley pumps. Now over to Roa. Roa working here on Wozniak, driving into the paint, nothing going, sends that out to Liparoto. Liparoto on the perimeter. To Shirley up top. Shirley into the paint for Fernandez, who then smartly sends that to Catula. Catula working down the right side, guarded by Flynn, puts up a fadeaway, no good. Rebound taken by Wozniak, sends that up ahead to Flynn, and a foul on Liparoto. Tried drawing the charge there. Free throws coming in an and one. Flynn on the bucket there. Gonna get some free throws after the fact. One shot here for Flynn. And subs coming for Adams. Fazekas and Thalman the fourth subbing out. Tursky and Montour. At the free throw line is Flynn. Puts the first one up. No good. Rebound taken by Lucas Catula for the Irish. Up ahead to Liparoto. Liparoto being pressed a little bit here by Thalman. One of the better names in the game, Linus Thalman the fourth, as Liparoto weaves. Lay is no good. Now handled by Wilson. Wilson puts it up for Flynn. Flynn working under. Spins back. Goes for the layup on a sharp angle. Gets the rebound and puts it in. Ties it up at 11. And out of bounds. Carried by Shirley. However, he was fouled by Wozniak on that play. Liparoto subbing out for Khoury. And Roa throws into Khoury. Khoury guarded here by Thalman the fourth. Now working down, switched over to Flynn, getting double teamed, swings that off to Catula. Roa puts up a quick three, in and out. Rebound up for grabs on the ground, taken by Fernandez. Fernandez is fouled. That's the third foul of the game. Free throws coming for Fernandez. 13 points on the season, averaging 3.2 rebounds per game. Minute 52, tied up at 11. First free throw. Just in and out. A second free throw coming for Catula. Fernandez puts that one up, nailed it. So Fernandez being subbed out for Wisniewski, the junior, as Wilson brings the ball in for the Highlanders. Crosses it over, getting double teamed and picked up by Catula. Getting double teamed there was Thalman. Good pressure coming, but Roa had it pickpocketed away by Fazekas. Fazekas into the paint, but picked up by Catula. Again, now up to Roa. Roa Euros puts up the lay, in and out. Rebound taken by Catula. That rebound no good. Body's hitting the floor. Wilson takes it out for the Highlanders. Wilson into the paint for Flynn. Flynn turns that one over. Catula been all over the place. That's 3 takeaways. He's got an interesting stat line. 95 points, 49 rebounds, 20 takeaways, 4 assists. But no one's counting. So now Roa sends that one in, tipped to Corey. Corey now getting double teamed and pressed, but does a great job dishing that one over to Roa. Now fast break into the corner. Wisniewski puts up the shot, no good. Taken by Roa. Roa puts up the layup, got it. Lengthening the lead is Drake Roa. And Solomon bringing it in, has that one taken away. Pickpocketed by Corey. Corey gets that one back from Roa. Works in, puts up the layup, no good. Rebound taken by Stanton. Now Wilson working his way in to the corner. Fazekas puts up the three, nails it. Back and forth game here. Fazekas nails the three, and we're all knotted up at 14, 35 seconds left in the first as Catula handles it. Roa, guarded by Stanton. Works his way and dishes that one over. Corner three for Catula. Off the rim and out, taken by Wilson. Highlanders working their way in. Sends that one, flips the field for Thalman. Thalman works in. Has it batted down, now back over to Wilson. Into the near corner, back over to Wilson. 5 seconds now. Being guarded heavily, put into the corner. Three is up. Off the rim, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Exciting back and forth action here today. In a really game of run, Sam Stowe opened the scoring with a three. Irish were up 11-4, but then a quick back and forth game from Adams, battling their way back in the latter half of the first quarter. We're all knotted up at 14 here in Pontiac. I'm Augie Villowan here from NDP Athletics Broadcasting, your home for all Irish sports. And this week's going to be jam-packed for you folks. Tomorrow, what was expected to be an off day for me has actually turned into a great opportunity. We're going to be giving you live video broadcasting of wrestling. It's the second wrestling meet I've ever been to. Sure seems like it's going to be an interesting one, as it is a quad meet, so we're going to get a lot of wrestling action. So we're going to have that for you on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, North Oakland Eagles battling against the number 9 ranked team in Division I hockey. Wow. Number 1 team in Division I hockey, or number 9 team in Division I hockey, Troy United Hockey Club. On Friday, we've got women's basketball. On Saturday, another hockey game. So Wilson here going to throw it in at the start of the second quarter. Wilson sends that one in over to Montour. Montour now into the near post for Wilson, now into the paint. Ripped away by Fernandez. Up to Stowe. Stowe taking his time, sends it over to Liparoto, who's getting pressed pretty heavily. Don't know if they've seen his wheels. That's into the corner for Stowe. Stowe rolls away, puts up a layup, no good. Rebound, loose. Taken by Montour. Montour in over to Flynn. Flynn puts up the layup and gets it. Flynn. Fernandez did say this was a guy the Irish are going to have to mark today. He's up to 6 points already. As Shirley now has that on the far side. Up top to Fernandez, who then pushes it off. Liparoto sweeping across the top. Not many options. Crosses now over to Stowe. Stowe heavily guarded there by Cannon Flynn. Another great name. Spins, works his way under, goes for the layup, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Stowe. Going to go to the Highlanders. Handled by Montour. Bringing it in for the Highlanders. Sends that over to Wilson on the near sideline. Flips over to Flynn. Flynn puts up a three. No good. Handled by Shirley. Taken by Roa. Now sent over near sideline into the paint for Fernandez. Fernandez working under. Gets his own rebound. Goes for another one. Gets a third rebound. No good. Taken away by Shirley. Over to Stowe. Stowe puts up the three. No good. Rebound taken again by Fernandez. Foul coming. Gonna be Irish ball. So technical foul on Josiah Fazakis, having a little bit of a potty mouth there. Referee not a fan, gets a technical foul. 2 free throws for Sam Stowe. First one is up. In out. Adams student section showing up today. Second free throw is up and he nailed it. So cutting the lead to 1 is Sam Stowe. He's got 7 points on the day now. In his return, Roa gonna throw in. Now has that for Lipperoto. Lipperoto working on Montour. Into the corner for Stowe, getting double teamed pretty heavily here. Staying in. Voicing his frustration with his team, not helping him out there. Montour's gonna bring this one in for the Highlanders. Montour into the corner for Tursky. Tursky out over to Stanton, now up top to Wilson. Wilson puts up the 3 off the rim. Rebound taken by Roa. Roa working it in, guarded by Tursky. Puts up a long 2, no good. Looked like it was tipped when it came out. As Wilson working his way in, sends that one tipped, but up and out of harm's way. Tipped up and out of harm's way by Shirley. Did a good job there preventing points. Catula's going to come in for Roa. Throwing it in is Wilson, senior. Sends that all the way up and over to Flynn. Now gets that one in the paint. Into the corner. Tursky puts up a 3, no good. Rebound taken by Flynn. Getting doubled here as pressure comes from Fernandez. Puts up the floater off the rim and out. Rebound handled. Now up top. Flynn puts up a 3. Off the rim and out. Rebound up in the air. Taken. And going to be out of bounds. Ball going to go to the Irish. Five minutes, 21 seconds left in the first half. 15-16 your score. It's been back and forth all game. And when they say it's a game of runs, I'm not sure runs are just exchanging baskets. However, Lipperoto working his way in. Pick coming from Catula into the corner. Stowe puts up the 3. Got it. Sam Stowe showing why his presence is so important. But here comes Tursky under the basket. Dishes that one out wide. 3 is good. 23 Stanton on the 3-pointer there. Lipperoto now handles it for the Irish. Works his way around. Handled, pickpocket by Montour. Montour coming in. Ball taken away. Well, possession gonna stay with the Highlanders as referee saying Lipperoto touched that ball last. Wilson gonna throw it in. Highlanders lead by 1. There's a quick play out into the corner now into the paint for Flynn. Really good play there. As they add on to their lead. So here comes Lipperoto. Fast break, working his way in Euros. Under. And that one is a smart play. Flynn threw that one up against Roa, but it looks like it hit Flynn on his way back out. So possession going to stay with the Irish. Stowe throwing it in for the Irish, looking for something, sends it over to Roa. Roa puts up the 3 that's tipped. Flynn lobs that one up ahead to Wilson. Wilson over to Stanton. Stanton with the layup, no good. What the second effort falling there. Corey, guarded by Montour, works his way in. Sends that one out to Catula, now into the paint, and foul. Getting that layup was Stanton. Up to 5 points on the day. 23-18 lead for the Highlanders. Just under 4 minutes left. that's put into the paint by Stowe, looking for Roa. Roa had it taken away. Now Tursky working his way in. Foul. So Wilson throwing it in here for the Highlanders. Gives it out to Stanton. Stanton puts up the three and he nailed it. Starting to go on a run here. Timeout taken. Well, I mean, we heard it that this Highlander team can shoot the lights out from three, and they have been doing that. 18-26 is their lead after a big couple of points on the hot hand of Reed Stanton. Gets a putback for two and then nails that three. He's up to 8 points on the day. So the two leading scorers for the Highlanders, Flynn and Stanton, they're two big guys. Stanton, surprisingly, a sophomore, Flynn, a junior. Both with 8 leading scores. Leading scorer for the Irish is Sam Stowe, the senior, with 10. Closest to him is Shirley with 3. So lots of a very diverse point production here from by 6. I can do math. I'm an AP statistics student. I know how to do math. I'm very good at math because I'm an AP. For the case to be so for the Irish. Getting double teams here. You guys have had a great game. Shirley puts it up and got it. Bring that in as Monter. Monter crosses into the corner. Flint working into the paint. This is that one back out. Monter for 3. Off the rim. Good box out. They're going to say that could go to the Irish. Shirley did a great job boxing out Flynn there. Flynn. I'm a short guy, so everybody looks like a giant to me, but Cannon Flynn looks like an absolute behemoth. On Shirley, he pushing off, so ball, after just going to the Irish, is now going to go back to the Highlanders. Wilson with the throw-in. Throws it over to Flynn. Flynn holds on to it. Looking for some action. He's just been dicing his way through the Irish defense in the paint. Hernandez gonna sub out for Wisniewski. Playing a really good job playing physical basketball. Jump and then goes right under the foul as he trains. Big press coming now. Shirley has it, brings in for the Irish. Turns out getting doubled, gives it over to Roa. Roa works his way in over to